very successful weren't available at the time in Janjanbureh. So we thought the best thing we could do as a compensation is to still have it within CRR, and the best option was to have it in Bansang. So that really informed the decision to move the venue from Janjanbureh to Bansang.
Okay, you guys have been serving the country for 12 years now, should I say? Of course, you have achievements. What are young people benefiting from this youth organization?
Well, youth organizations, of course, benefit a lot from the National Youth Council. I should say that one of the fundamental responsibilities of the National Youth Council is to serve as the voice of the young people, is to advise government in relation to the formulation of youth-friendly policies, and also to monitor the implementation of youth programs in this country, to raise funds for implementation of youth programs in this country. So for the past 10, 11, 12 years, the National Youth Council has been doing just that. So young people really have benefited a lot from the National Youth Council. And by extension, what young people benefit from NACOMF, or what really achievement NACOMF has registered. NACOMF over the years has been able to register indelible achievements, I must say. It is through NACOMF or resolutions of the NACOMF that we have a representative of the young people in the National Assembly. It is through resolutions from the NACOMF, in fact, that we have a National Youth Council. It is also as a result of resolutions of the NACOMF that we have a lot of trees being planted. And a lot of other things really that emanated from NACOMF. Like I said earlier on, from NACOMF, or at the end of the NACOMF, the conference delegates come up with resolutions. Some of them affect themselves, young people, and some of them affect specific ministries. And these resolutions are meant for implementation for those that are affected. And like I said earlier on, these have been really some of the achievements of NACOMF. In some of the NACOMs, it was agreed, and it was as a resolution that we need to have a National Youth Council, we need to have a youth representative in the National Assembly, we need to have youth representative in area councils, and all these things we've got. So the NACOMF really, or the advent of the NACOMF, really has been a gift to the young people.
As a vice chairman of finance and admin in NACOMF, how do you feel in these achievements?
Well, I feel very proud. I feel very proud really to be associated with the NACOMF, more so serving as an executive secretary of the National Youth Council. I feel very happy to know that NACOMF really has been able to register this success. And in fact, NACOMF, or we are still counting. We hope to register even more successes, because one of the things that I must say also is the fact that NACOMF has been able to bring young people together, to bridge that gap amongst young people, because you may wish to know that it is through NACOMF that young people that have never met before have an opportunity to meet and discuss and make friends. They also have that opportunity to make friends with even those that are coming outside the shores of this country. So all these things are achievements, and we're looking forward to building on that. We're looking forward to strengthening that achievement that we've already registered, and by ensuring that we go even an extra mile to build on that. We want to even invite more and more young people from outside the country, so that they can come and exchange ideas with us. Let us know how youth work is done in their country, so that we can learn from them and they also learn from us. That is also one achievement that young people benefit from NACOMF.
What are your activities for this year's NACOMF? What are we expected to see? People that are going there.
You expect really a lot from NACOMF. I assure you that anybody that goes to the NACOMF will really have a nice time there. Like I noted earlier on, there are a few things that used to happen in NACOMF did not happen in the last NACOMF. There are those that have never happened will happen this time.
So there's going to be a lot of change from last year to this year?
Well, perhaps not a lot of changes, but there will be changes. Last NACOMF we did it without sports, but you know very well, I know equally that the National Youth Council is meant to serve young people. And young people after the last NACOMF have called for us to bring back sports in the NACOMF. So we've listened to them, because we are there to serve the plights of young people. We are there to listen to young people.
And you said to bring back that there was sports before?
Yeah, there used to be sports in NACOMs, but NACOM 2010 was done without sports.
Why?
Well, there were some issues with the sports. We had actually wanted to bring sports on board, but towards the date for the NACOM, still a lot of things were not put in place to ensure that we don't have sports with problems, because you know, it is often said that sport is always meant to bring people together, but equally it is one function that people tend to be sensitive to certain things, and equally and eventually, you know, fight and quarrel and insult and here and there. See what I'm saying? And we really needed to ensure that everything was in place to avoid such a situation. But unfortunately, you know, during the countdown to the NACOM, we realized really a lot of things that we had wanted to ensure were in place, weren't in place. So in order to avoid a situation, a chaotic situation at the NACOM, we decided to put sports aside. But this time, young people have called for it, so we are prepared, and we've ensured that everything is in place. We're definitely going to have football, we're definitely going to have athletics, we're going to have volleyball, draft as well, and our traditional sports, wrestling. Okay. You know, we're going to have all that. Some of them, you know, will be competed in different categories. Some of them will have the male category, some of them will have the female category as well. So you perhaps may wish to go back to your region and compete for them.
Apart from sports, what are other activities you're going to do?
We will have musical jamborees. We will have drama competitions. We will have quiz as well. We will have also cultural displays, because we've realized that most of our young people are being bombarded by a lot of information, are being bombarded by a lot of things, so much so that they tend to shy away from our tradition, so much so that we don't really seem to know much about our tradition. That is why we thought it's important that we try to bring that back. And one way that we could bring that back is to have it in a form of competition amongst the regions. So regions will compete, you know, in terms of cultural displays. You know, some of the kankurangs or drama or masquerades you may not know, like the Jabba Jambos or whatever, you know, funny names, you know, really belong to the respective regions. You may not know that. See, and the respective regions will come and showcase the culture that really emanates from that region, or that originates from that region. See what I'm saying? So that people can really know what belongs to the different regions. That is one way of getting us young people really know what our traditions are. We're going to have that. Of course, we will have the conference, which is the main thrust of the NACOM. Basically, these are some of the things that we'll have. We will have the sports, we will have the cultural displays, we will have musical jamborees. You know, we will have, of course, the beauty pageant. We're going to have beauty pageant this time. It wasn't in the last NACOM. We're going to have it this time round.
Interesting. Yeah. Of course, you guys have to cater for an amount of people that are coming. So how many people are you guys expecting this year?
The target this year is 1,005, because we're expanding. So we're targeting 1,500 young people from across the country. That will include as well international delegates. We're expecting international delegates as far as Azerbaijan, We're expecting some from Guinea-Bissau. We're expecting some from Senegal as well.
So they're not only coming from Gambia, means they're coming from different countries.
Very well, very well.
That is very nice. Okay, what are the accommodations? How are people gonna get there? And if we exactly get there, what are we gonna do? Like, because I know some people like Ajay, if she really wants to go, I know you guys have to have a lot of food there.
Oh yeah, everything is being catered for. In fact, what we're doing is that already we've given you know, $350,000 divided amongst the regions. We've given every region $50,000 as supplement to their feeding needs. Also, we've got extra feeding or food items, and we intend to give them to them. We intend to give them extra each a bag of rice or two with some miscellaneous goods. You know, we surely do that, and you know, just to assure you that there wouldn't be any shortage of food. We've gotten enough of that in store.
Okay, sure. For how long is it going to take?
Well, the NACOM will start from the 2nd to the 9th of January.
2nd to the 9th.
2nd to the 9th
It's going to be like
about 1 week, 1 week, 1 day or so.
Yeah. So people are going to spend a week in
Bansang, yeah, for the NACOM.
Nice. Okay. So how are people gonna get there exactly? Are you guys gathering like transportation?
Yes, regions
or
will
we're going to get there by ourselves?
Regions will transport their delegates. The National Organizing Committee